A lot of people exactly the point I'm going to make. A lot of people say a lot of things to me. A lot of stupid things. And that's exactly what John did last week, is it not? He came out here and he said a lot of dumb stuff. You came out here and you said a lot of dumb stuff. And they reacted because you said it with energy. You did your John Cena thing. They got excited, and I dig that. I like them excited. I want you. Go ahead, pop. It's great, right? But I'm not going to allow this man to lie to you. No. I'm not going to allow him to misinform you. This man thinks he can pin me 1, 2, 3. Wise man, when's the last time I lost?
My tribal chief, no one has ever beaten this Roman Reigns.
Stats or stats?
Hi guys, welcome to this episode of Trip Around the Multiverse, where we're going to be speaking about SummerSlam 2021. I am the bait and switch, no show, cancelled match.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on this pay-per-view, CY Chong.
And I am the 4-hour-long show that didn't really need to be 4 hours long, Kyle Charles.
Okay, now, oh wait, do you want to do what you think about the overall event after we go through the matches, or do you want to do that before?
Go back before, innit?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It was
okay.
Yeah.
One
thing really pissed me off, but besides that, yeah, I thought it was alright.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like when I'm watching something that's happening here on SummerSlam, I'm like, hands to my head, like, this company, what the hell? You know?
Yeah.
Like, individual matches can be good. And I think most of the matches were kind of, they were kind of on that, some of them were on that borderline where you're like, you know what, you could have just didn't have this match at all, give more time to another match and stuff like that. The good matches were good.
Yeah.
The bad matches were bad.
Yep.
And then you got some matches that hit the middle somewhere. So it's like very, very awkward.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't want to say, it's a weird thing to say, because NXT is after this, right? But I can tell the styles of the wrestlers in NXT are different.
Yeah.
Through the matches, how they put together stuff. You might have a technical guy, a submission guy, or high fly, whatever, right? But the matches are distinguishably different.
Yeah.
In this pay-per-view, they all kind of, not samey, but they're not like, okay, you high fly, do some high flying stuff, right? Yeah. They're mostly grounded or strike, all that stuff. It's not, the matches were not different enough in style for the entire thing in SummerSlam, I'm thinking. So, yeah. What would you say? Is it all right pay-per-view?
Yeah, it was all right pay-per-view.
It's middle ground, yeah?
Middle ground.
Let me just say, for a SummerSlam major event pay-per-view, I think it was disappointing. As if you look at it just as a normal pay-per-view, it was all right. But just like the second biggest pay-per-view of the year,
well,
bit shaky.
When was the last time SummerSlam was ever actually amazing?
Oh yeah. But then they always say WrestleMania will be amazing, and it's not.
Yeah,
always
but they
amazing
say that all companies say their like main one's gonna be amazing, and everyone gets all like, "Oh, it's gonna be great," and then when it's okay, they're like, "Oh, this is terrible because we."
No. I think yeah, okay, that's a fair point. But I just feel the hype. Here's the thing with this company: the hype they put into it doesn't match what the quality of the in-ring work is sometimes.
Yeah,
or the paper.
I get that, but then I also get a lot of times it's not the company promoting it, it's people get themselves, like I just said, like hyped up for something that.
It's true. The fans as well.
Yeah.
To be fair though, NXT was really good.
Yeah, NXT was great.
Always though, it seems like always the takeovers in front of the major pay-per-view. I know they swapped it around for this particular event, right?
Yeah.
But usually the takeovers are way better than the actual main event or main roster pay-per-views, which is really strange. Maybe because they're allowed to do more stuff in NXT, do whatever they want.
Also, they get longer time to build stories rather than if you sort of notice main roster sort of stuff. Yeah. Like stories are built within like 4 weeks before the pay-per-view sort of thing. I mean, like the first week it starts.
And if they don't want the feud to end, they'll just give a inconclusive finish that they can pull it over to the next pay-per-view, or give the person their win back in the next pay-per-view or something like that. It's just
rather with NXT, like they have takeovers every 3 months, so they sort of can build that story within that 3 months, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's definitive to a certain degree. Sometimes in NXT is like, this is the feud. Even at some point, maybe it goes across 2 or 3 pay-per-views, but at least it's the definitive end of that.
Yeah.
Rather than this, something's gonna. It's like, okay, well, this is just a prelude to the next month's one, month's one. Whenever we decide we're gonna finish the feuds.
Yeah. Or someone gets released. But yeah.
Exactly. All right. Okay. On to the. You didn't bother watching the pre-show.
No, I did. I did. For this, I forgot the pre-show for NXT though.
Oh no! I meant the pre-show for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. What did Big E versus Baron Corbin on the kickoff show that I didn't watch? What was that about?
It's probably one of the best stories at the moment. No, seriously, I'm not like taking a joke. Like Baron Corbin's character at this moment is probably one of the best things because he's not King Corbin anymore in it.
Yeah.
And now he's poor, so he's just doing anything to sort of get back to his fancy lifestyle. And he lost them.
Let me just pause you there and say, when you said one of the best stories on the thing at the moment on the main roster, I assumed you meant Baron Corbin nicking Big E's briefcase. So I was like, come on, you're joking, right? But now you saying this particular story, okay, that's actually. I want to say it's fair. And it's kind of entertaining to a certain degree. It gives Baron Corbin a bit more character and stuff, and he's allowed to do more stuff other than be kind of expat heat Corbin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I find it really entertaining. And so he's been trying to get money. Kevin Owens like, dude, no one's gonna give you money because you're a dick.
Yeah.
And then he goes, okay, cool, but you're a man of the people. If you can give me $100,000, I'll be fine. He's like, dude, that's a lot of money. So then he goes off and won. They had a match, and the match stipulations was if Kevin Owens wins, Baron can't ask the crowd and stuff for money anymore. So he lost. And then in his moment of like defeat, he saw Big E's briefcase on the table, pushed Big E over, and then stole it. So now he thinks he's missed the money in the bank and he's gonna be rich again. So Big E's like, nah, dog, and he beat him for it. Because it was the thing back. Yeah, like I said, I find it entertaining and see where his story's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm entertained by it, but when you look at the wrestling contract, like after World Kayfabe, you're like, wait a minute, but you're on a TV show, you're getting paid X amount a month. You just gotta pretend that logic is not there. Yeah, it's the same when Shawn Michaels lost all his money as well when he was dealing with JBL. It's like, Shawn Michaels, you know how much your contract is. How can you lose all that money in quote-unquote bad investments, right? But that's a lot of money you're going to be losing in bad investments.
But we really don't actually know how much they actually make, because they might not make as much we think they're making.
Oh, no, but he's probably not making enough to need... I mean, he's not making so little that he needs to beg off other people for money.
You never know.
Okay. Well, okay, by the logic of kayfabe, we're going to pretend that right, onto the actual show.
Yep.
The first match. The Raw Tag Team titles, RK Bro, which is Randy Orton and Matt Riddle versus Omos and AJ Styles.
Yep.
So what's your thoughts on this?
It was a very entertaining match. As my notes say, it was good. I enjoyed it. Riddle obviously took most of the beatings, as he would, because he's Riddle.
Yeah. I thought it was a fun match. But it's only because the dynamic between RK Bro is just it's so silly because like this guy is his actual gimmick is that he's a stoner, like airheaded stoner. Okay, that's the best way to put it. And Randy Orton's gimmick is that he's the legend killer. The Viper is just super serious, so they kind of play off each other really well. Obviously, Styles is always good. Omos,
he's alright for someone his size.
Well, you know what? Okay, now not to criticize his in-ring work, right? Because he actually did pretty decent here, right?
Yeah.
And he had the moveset that kind of worked with his style.
Yeah.
But he's slow, like he's the methodical guy in the match, which slows it down. I think, to give other people a breather or whatever. But it's no point. His ring gear, he needs some ring gear.
Yeah, he does. He does.
What is he? Black jeans? Is it black jeans, black trousers, whatever, and like that, and a black top?
Yeah.
It's if he had patterns on it or like lines or something like that, just something, because
so he can stand out a bit more in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if he had a different colored top and different color, like a black top, white bottoms, or vice versa, it stands out a bit more rather than just
because you could like black is generic. You could have bought it anywhere down the store.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. I don't want to say it doesn't look like a wrestler, but he could look more like one.
Yeah.
As part of his gimmick, because it's different if you like Dean Ambrose was wearing the jeans and the vest, right?
Yeah.
But that works with his gimmick.
Yeah.
And Luke Harper the jeans and the vest as well, but he was a hillbilly, whatever. So it worked there as well. But almost he needs a bit of something else, especially when you're next to Styles, who's got all that colorful gear and all the like signs and designs and stuff.
Yeah, because even if he had like the pants and it had like Omos in like white or something, you know what I mean, over the black, it sort of stand out more, isn't it? But
even if he had on his t-shirt, which probably he shouldn't, but even if he had like the P1 for AJ Styles, as they are a team, that makes more sense. Realistically speaking, though, he should probably have a style similar to a design similar to AJ Styles, but with Omos on it, just to match. Not saying just duplicate that and put Omos on it. He just needs something to make him look like a true professional.
Yeah.
But this match was all right. This match was all right. Moved fast. It was entertaining for what it was. It was quite fun. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like also if you watch when they win and stuff, how like Randy Orton sort of like the older brother telling him like, yeah, you do this, you can do that.
Yeah, see, I was more entertained by the dynamic than the ring work, strangely enough, even though it's an AJ Styles match.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like RK Bro, they're fun together.
Yeah.
They are jokes because of how super serious one guy is and another guy is just like a doofus.
Yeah, it's like, and how how Riddle's sort of like trying to prove himself to Randy, like, the younger brother trying to get that approval of the big brother.
And make Randy Orton a bit more laid back. Like, come on, Randy, you got to smile once in a while and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how well that goes. It's probably going to end up them feuding somewhere, but whatever. But yeah, they right now they're a good choice to win the titles.
Yeah. Hopefully it lasts longer than like a month.
Yeah. Because of Randy Orton, you know how it is, backstabbing and all that stuff, right? You can't be trusted. But yeah, I'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Next match. Alexa Bliss, or as we call her, Sister Alexa, because we're going to call this version of her gimmick Sister Alexa.
I don't know, really, because if Bray's not there anymore, is she a sister to anything?
Okay, it's true. What do we call her then?
Twisted Bliss, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, makes sense. But just to distinguish, because I need to distinguish between proper Alexa Bliss and Twisted Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
As part of what I'm going to see. But Twisted Alexa versus Eva Marie.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
No, you want to go first?
Okay, I'm going to say exactly what my notes say. It was a match.
All right. Now, here's the same thing here. Is it quite missable? And I don't know why a pay-per-view time, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, let me put it this way. If it was normal Alexa Bliss, if it was just going by ring work, I don't know if Alexa Bliss can carry someone in a match, right? I don't know how shaky that would be. Just straight up Alexa Bliss physically carrying someone into a good match.
Yeah.
But Alexa Bliss as bitchy Alexa Bliss is better. How do you call it? Alpha.
Mean Girl.
Yes, Mean Girl Alexa Bliss can carry someone just because of character.
Yeah.
But Twisted Alexa Bliss doesn't have those capabilities because it's a different mannerisms. You can't just like face palm the crowd and stuff like that. No. She can't do the movements, mannerisms, and all this. Get this woman out of my face sort of stuff.
Yeah, and
girls and stuff, and just mouthing up to the crowd. So
yeah, especially because I'm guessing this version's sort of a face, right?
I don't know where this version's going, especially since Eva Marie is supposed to be the heel here.
Yes, I'm saying that's why if it, like you're saying, if it was Mean Girl Alexa, she could carry the match because she's the heel. You know what I mean? But in this case, where you don't actually know who is who,
yeah,
how does it?
What made me laugh? What popped me in this match was Eva Marie slapping the Lily doll, like right. So then she slaps Lily a couple of times, and then she gets Lily and smacks Alexa Bliss across the face with it. I was like, that's actually quite funny. Because you're basically being such a bimbo mean girl that you're slapping a supernatural entity across the face. You are going to get it.
Yeah. Unless she doesn't believe in it. Just like, I don't know.
But yeah. Like, only an idiot will go that fast. Right? Just, and she went as far as she did, which was quite funny.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was a match. DDT from Alexa Bliss to win.
Yeah.
No DDT, by the way.
Yeah.
And then when Piper Niven, or Dewdrop as she's called here.
Yeah.
Viper, as she used to be called.
Yeah. That's why my notes Viper. Yeah.
No, I think like she should have just. I don't know why they changed it from Piper Niven. It kind of suits her more. I don't know what does Dewdrop. Anyways, afterwards, where she put on Eva Marie's robe.
Yeah.
Started doing the. What's it? Not having a go at Eva Marie, but making fun of her. I was like, that's quite funny as well.
Yeah, that's quite jokes.
But this match was. It was only about 3.5 minutes long. No, about not even 4 minutes long. I was like, this match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
They need on this pay-per-view. They could have just done this on TV or something like that.
Yeah.
They did on pay-per-view, but it was just wasting time.
Yeah, it was. But I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. So I can say, you
can miss this one.
Yeah,
there's little entertaining parts of it, but not because of the actual match itself. Yeah.
No.
Damien Priest versus Sheamus, who's been US champion.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn, how long has Sheamus been champion? Was it since Royal Rumble?
No, since Mania.
Mania, right, yeah. Because I was like, oh, Riddle must have won the championship at Royal Rumble. Okay.
Royal Rumble or the one after Fastlane, because that's the same night. Lashley lost it, and then Miz cashed in on Drew to get the title.
Rumble.
No, I won't Rumble. I think it was Fastlane.
All right, that Sheamus won it.
Yeah, no, Sheamus won the title at Mania.
Yeah. All right. What did you think?
I liked it.
It was all right. Okay. All right. I tell you what is kind of odd, right?
Yeah.
When Damien Priest did this senton dive outside, and
I was going to bring it up. Yeah.
Do you think he tilted his head too far in? So he was going to, instead of going out a bit further, I think he came too close to the apron.
Yeah.
That's why Sheamus couldn't catch him.
And he landed like weirdly on his hips, didn't it?
Yeah. Now I thought, okay, I don't know how, it looked horrible.
Yeah.
It hurt him. So when they were going through the match, I was like, all right, if Sheamus is going to work the hip, safely, of course, right? Yeah. And this makes sense, because how it slowed down.
Yeah.
They went for the match they had choreographed because they're like, firstly, if he's actually injured, you don't want to be working the hip like that.
Yeah, you don't want to.
And secondly, how do you change the match that you pre-choreographed in the middle of it to work something else, unless you're really elite level? Yeah. I like Damien Priest's kicks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I found it funny how Sheamus came out with he had a broken nose, so he had the face guard, right?
Yeah.
And then when Sheamus had Sheamus had Damien Priest in the knee bar or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Damien Priest just put his hand on Sheamus's face, ripped off the face mask, right?
Yeah.
And it depowered Sheamus by like 70%. I was like, wait a minute, all of a sudden he can't do much because his face guard's gone.
Yeah, it makes sense. He was so secure, he was so confident with it. he believed it has powers, and now it's gone. He's like, oh no.
That's insane. That's why if you apply that logic, yes, right, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's not Sheamus is not a supernatural entity. Okay?
No, but it's not super. You know when people have those things like to make them feel like they're playing better or whatever. They have like a weird like sock. It's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give himself false confidence.
Yeah. The way you made it sound like it was Undertaker's urn back in the day, where the power of the urn can make him rise from the dead. But I'm just saying, once Sheamus's mask was ripped off, like towards the end of the match, all of a sudden he like got hit with kryptonite, and he just kind of, just dropped masses of power level. Even though he was, I wouldn't say he wasn't dominating for most of the match. He was actually. I think he had more offense than Damien Priest.
I think it's like 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm looking at it, he did more actual moves than Damien Priest. Maybe that's why I'm thinking he had more offense. But that was alright match.
Yeah, I liked it. Probably one of my favorite on the card, if I'm honest. Because I like both of those guys. They're pretty hard hitting. Do quite a lot for people of their size. Yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, a decent. I say, okay, here's the thing, right? It's actually when I watched it, I was like, yeah. But then when I saw on NXT, the other people have a striking match, Walter and Dragunov. I was like, no, man, this match is. Anyway, we'll get into that later. But I was like, if you compare to this and the similar styles of the fight, I mean, I think Sheamus can go at that level, but it's just.
I know it's two different matches they were trying to. Because think about it, the Ilya and Walter one was like a blood feud. This wasn't really a blood feud, so it wouldn't be as. Okay. You know, they got the history.
I thought this match was alright. Yeah, I mean, pretty good. But then it got knocked down to after seeing that match, which was a similar striking style, just a completely different level of, like you say, blood feud ability.
Yeah.
So bad. It just I rank it down a little bit after that, but because I'm drinking from the poison chalice in a way like that, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. The Mysterios versus the Usos for the SmackDown tag titles.
I really like this match too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't mind parts of this match, and I thought Dominic's all right, man. It's not bad.
Not great, but yeah.
It's not great, but I see what they're trying to do with him, gimmick-wise. Oh yeah, he's getting overconfident, blah blah blah, and that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to see Dominic versus Ray because either Ray's going to beat him, right?
Yeah.
Which is quite rightly, and then it's predictable, or Dominic beats Ray, and then you're like, Dominic's getting overpushed. So, you know.
I don't think they're going to do Ray versus Dom. What I think is what's going to happen is they're going to split, but they're not going to. They'll put off them fighting for a long time.
Yeah.
Because of how Ray is, I don't think he's going to, want to fight his son.
In kayfabe or as actual?
Both. Okay. I think we'll get to a point say it's 2 years from now. I can see it happening, but I don't think anytime soon it will happen.
Yeah,
I can see them splitting up soon, but not fighting each other.
Do you think Dominic's getting? Okay, let's just put it this way, right? If Dominic was in the Indies, would he push like this? And I'm not saying he got a huge push, right? He's not like they're not suffocating us with Dominic.
Yeah,
but just more apparent with his appearances than he would normally be at someone who's on his level.
Depends what promotion.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Well, okay, which promotion? If you all right, if he was in Impact,
you
think he would get the push that he's getting here?
Yeah, he's Rey Mysterio's son.
Okay, well, in the X division though, right? You wouldn't be in the he'd be either in the X division or the tag division, right?
Yeah.
But you're saying in AEW he would be on Elevation or Dark?
Nah, he'll be on Dynamite.
Okay.
Again, Rey Mysterio's son.
Where would you put? What level would you put him there?
Probably
like just under the TNT. Like he wouldn't be top contender yet. It'd be still lower mid card, working his way to that level. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he might challenge for it because everyone's challenged for the TNT title. It's not exactly.
But in New Japan, you're saying he'd be on probably Strong, yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah. or even a young Lyon. But yeah, he'll be.
I have to say, I do feel. I mean, like he'd probably be better off in NXT, Dominic, until he gets.
Yeah, he would be a lot.
I'd say a certain style, but the push he's getting here, if he had that push in NXT, he'd probably be all right. Just
he'd be a lot better by now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying that he's terrible or anything, but
no, but just certain bits he needs to work at. But he has at this level. If he's on the main shows, he's got to have those bits already. Though, let's be fair, some people don't, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just if this is an anomaly. He just looks like he's attached to Rhea, and he does get a bit more slack than other people.
Yeah.
But it was all right. It was all right match as well. I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the references to Eddie Guerrero. There was lots of them in there.
Do you think? I mean, look, it's good that Dominic's in tag matches because he doesn't have to carry. He only had to carry a quarter of the match.
Yeah.
How much would you say in this match he had to be carried, or do you reckon he actually held up his part like with no problems, or not no problems, but like he did his fair share?
I'll say he did his fair share.
Yeah, it didn't look like he. To be fair, towards the end of it, it was like Jimmy J and Ray, right? But,
yeah.
I found like Dominic did what he needed to do in the match that he was in.
Yeah, he was the person to take the beating.
Yeah, and he didn't seem out of place there. Let's put it away. But then again, you can hide flaws more easily in tag matches. Not slaying Dominic. We're just pointing out.
Yeah, but I think people can't notice that anyway, innit? So
yeah,
he's getting like hardcore on the job training sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd have to say he looks like, as we were saying about Omos, at least he's got Dominic is just about I don't want to say on the relatively same level, but what I'm saying is they are freshly new characters. Yeah, Dominic looks like a wrestler though, like he's got the wrestling gear and stuff like that. He looks like someone's put money into stuff that he's in his workplace.
Yeah,
Omos needs to have something like that.
Yeah, something to stand out a bit more. Yeah,
I mean, like Dominic's tops are a bit. Okay, I don't know how defined he is underneath it, right? I don't know why, if that's the case, maybe he's not super built, and that's why he has to have the top like he does.
Yeah,
but it can work. It can work. It's not a problem to wrestle in. Yeah, I just think Omos should have something like that as well.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. I'm sure he's got money as well, Omos, but whatever.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah, so on okay. Not onto the next match, right? We'll stall that for a second. Our boy King Nakamura comes out.
Yeah.
Nakamura, right?
This is weird, but fun.
Like so they had Rick Boogs do the Nakamura song.
Yeah.
The intro theme. Nakamura comes out, the pose with the guitar, go to the table with Pat McAfee, jump around, party, celebrate, and then
advert.
Yeah, I'm like, what? What's the point?
I
was like, I started writing in my notebook, Nakamura versus.
Yeah, because I thought the same. I was like, is he facing Apollo Crews?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
rematch.
Okay, no. Nakamura versus nobody. Fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. At least he's out there,
I don't want to say it was a waste because might as well just have not had him come out. What was the point?
Everyone loves that his little thing with Booge and McAfee popping out. So you sometimes need that little break in between matches to sort of.
If he came out and squashed someone, like if say for example John Morrison come out. Like, okay, they have a segment later on, but let's just say, for example, I'm going to use John Morrison here.
Yeah.
They do that segment later on. Nakamura comes out, and like they cuss saying, "I want him comes out in match, whatever." Nakamura comes out. They set up the match. Boom, squash match, done. Right? Flying knee, finish. I'm just saying, if they did that, at least he come out for a reason. He didn't come out.
But then it's like, why did you have that squash match for no reason, and then you're gonna have another one later on?
Yeah, it's true. Oh, well, you know what? The number one, yeah. Okay, you can't do two of these things at once because we're going to go into it, right? Yeah. But, yeah, that's fair. What you're saying is fair. I just think they should have just not had Nakamura on the show.
I think they should have, because if not, people's like, oh, why don't you have him on the show?
Okay, to be honest with you, some of these matches, if they weren't on the show, you could have had more time in some of the other matches.
Yeah, but some of the other matches need more time.
Yeah, well... this match next should have had more time.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so Bianca Belair versus question mark, because there are like 3 of these people, right? Bianca Belair comes out for her match against Sasha Banks, right?
Yeah.
And it's a bit odd already because you're like champion coming out first. All right. Then they announce that Sasha Banks is unable to compete. Okay. Yeah. First they show a clip of they showed the video of the clip of the feud, the recap.
Yeah.
Feud. So you have Zelina Vega and Carmella attacking Belair.
Yeah. Then Sasha comes.
Sasha Banks comes out to save Bianca Belair. Then in next week, they are a team, except that Sasha Banks stabs in the back right away because that's how Sasha Banks is. That's the boss, right? And then you're like, okay, that's how we're gonna build our feud. Like basically 2 weeks before the pay-per-view. I don't know.
No, but it's already built-in feud because of the WrestleMania thing.
Oh no, I'm just saying they did this little segment for the promo trailer just like 2 minutes to couple of weeks before the pay-per-view itself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then when they say they're announcing Bianca Belair's in the ring, Sasha Banks is unable to compete, and we're like, oh, okay, fair enough, right?
Yeah.
Then Carmella comes, we'll have a replacement, Carmella. It's like, all right, fair enough. The recap trailer showed me beforehand Carmella there, yeah?
Yeah, so it's like, okay, cool, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they should have had, if this match was actually going to be executed, the best thing they could have done was have Carmella versus, Bianca Belair versus Carmella versus Zelina Vega, because all 3 of them actually are, right? So you're thinking, all right, Carmella's in the ring, we're going to get this match. Except that Becky Lynch's music then plays, right? And she gets a good pop, right?
Yeah.
And then she stomps in the ring, swagger, right? But it's good, it's fine because that's the main character. And she basically just makes Carmella a jabroni. And then, she throws Carmella out of the ring. She beats up Carmella, throws her out of the ring, looks at Bianca Belair, says, "I'll be back in a second," right? And then beats up Carmella a bit more. Comes back in the ring, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, let's ring the bell. Let's have our match." Throws the forearm. Does a manhandle slam. Becky Lynch throws the forearm. Does a manhandle slam. Pins Bianca Belair in 23 seconds, and we're like, "What? What? Why? This makes no sense. This absolutely does not make any sense because no one gets over from this. Bianca Belair looks like a punk, right? Because she got squashed in 23 seconds." Carmella looks like a jabroni because she got beat up by a person who wasn't.
Hasn't wrestled about 16 months. Yeah.
And Becky Lynch, like, if she couldn't wrestle, fair enough. But then they shouldn't have put her in that situation because she gets now the heat from making Bianca Belair look bad.
You would think that to the mass fans who love off Becky Lynch, this is a cool thing. But for everyone else who sees this is stupid. Like, even Nikki Bella was like, because if you've seen that, it's like interviews. They go to her, "Oh, what was your favorite moment at WrestleMania?" She goes, "Didn't really have one, but I'll tell you what moment I didn't like when she lost and Bianca's in the other corner. You can't see her." She goes, "I don't understand why you do that. I support women and I've always been about the women's revolution, but doing something like this just doesn't make sense and it's stupid. You see how much is meant to Bianca and you're going to do her like that. What's the point?"
Exactly.
She's saying that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a bit.
Yeah. This is company heat that might sour the fans on at Becky.
Yeah.
As well.
I doubt it though, because people love her for some stupid reason. Like I like Becky, but I've never really been a fan of this whole man character. I just think it's a bit.
I do like the man character, but I don't like certain things they do with certain people at certain times. So, and this is one instance where like I can't support this title change because everyone looks bad coming out of it.
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. Like, I would understand it more. Say Bianca did something like a mistake herself that led to her getting pinned. I would have bought that a bit more rather than. Forearm, manhandle slam.
There's a couple of different things that are going on here, right? Sasha Banks was unable to compete because of some sort of medical issue, right?
Yeah.
We don't know what like they're saying. I don't know what it is, right? It could be concussion, could be COVID, who knows, whatever, right?
Yeah,
but there's some legitimate reasons she couldn't compete. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair also missed 2 house shows previous to this, so maybe she couldn't compete for some reason either, right?
Yeah.
But even then, you just like they advertised the match and they couldn't have it. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. You just have Carmella and Zelina Vega come out and beat up Bianca Belair. Then you have Becky Lynch come out and save Bianca Belair. Done. Your angle's over. You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah.
Or even if you really wanted, you could have Sasha Banks at the back there getting beat up by Carmella and Zelina Vega, so she's unable to compete because she got ambushed. Then them two come out and beat up Bianca Belair, and then you get Becky Lynch to save. Done.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Yeah, yeah. But
I just
it like, not to look too much into this as well, but it's kind of like, you know, they were all promoting like, oh, you know, she's the first. Technically, she's not, but the first woman of color to have the women's title, this, that, and the other. You know, trying to promote like they're diverse and all that stuff. And then you end her title reign in a 20-second match.
Yeah. Well, they did that to Kofi with Brock, even worse. So
yeah, that was even worse. But
this is more significant, as you're saying, because they headlined night 1 of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And they made a big thing, and this company made a big thing of that. So then to follow on and there's a horrible follow up. I don't know what they think they're doing.
Because like at least with the Kofi thing, it like you could say it was his mistake. He ran into Brock head first.
Yeah.
Caught with the F5. That's a mistake. But this was literally 2-punch KO.
Well, let's put it this way as well. Brock will work with whoever Brock wants to work with, right?
Yeah.
So he has a say, right? But there's not as if I'd say Becky, Carmella, Bianca, Sasha Banks. None of those 4. Did I say 4 people? They're 3?
3.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. None of those 3 have that significant power. They say, I don't want to work with that person, and then I'm going to squash them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just move on.
Yeah.
It's not worth watching.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying, if there was actual issues where the ladies couldn't compete, should have turned it into an angle.
Yeah,
right?
Or just had we can't have this match and have another match instead.
Yeah.
You can
or number 1 competitive match or whatever, right?
Yeah, and then you could have put Becky in with Selena and Carmella, and then she could have won then and got a title shot later on.
Well, yeah, but that depends. That's you thinking that Becky might also not being able to compete for whatever reason as well.
Because she can't compete because she's won the title.
Oh yeah, but that's 23 seconds, and that's not really. I wouldn't call that competing. You could have a 23-second match. You know
I know, but like if you medically not clear, you wouldn't be able to do that. Especially if like you're a woman or something, like you wouldn't be able to do any of that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is where you completely agree. This is like of all the things that led to this moment, beyond that, and before it from WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You just flushed it all down the toilet for no reason.
No reason.
Even if you booked yourself into a corner, it was unnecessary to begin with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whatever. Right? That's the biggest. I can't. First of all, I can't even say I rate this as a match because it was not a match. Yeah. But I have to completely double thumbs down, a triple thumbs down if I had another hand, right?
Yeah.
For the entire angle because it just did not make any sense.
Stupid.
You know what? I'll give it a 6 thumbs down because I do 2 thumbs down for each of the individual non-matches that happened. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boo. Yeah.
How can a 23-second match get 6 thumbs down? Well, this is how you do it. Okay.
Because like I don't like another thing that annoyed me is like the crowd was like, yeah. I was thinking like, you guys are idiots. You just see what just happened.
Yeah. Well, look, I understand the Becky cheer. First of all, because she
came back.
Carmella's a heel anyways, right? And you actually think you're going to get a match. That's going to be Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch. And if they had a legit match, it doesn't matter who came out of that. The other person would look good in defeat as well, hopefully, right?
But
yeah.
Instead, you bury 2 people who would
or 3 as well. I mean, if you include Carmella.
Yeah, I'm saying so you bury like Carmella and Bianca.
And Bianca, and then you kind of all the heat's on Becky.
Yeah.
Kind of. But moving on from that shambles right there. Because let me just say,
sorry, can I just say another thing that annoys me about this whole thing as well is like, remember when it's not like Carmella's like a jobber because remember she had that pretty good match with Bianca not Bianca, sorry, Sasha at, was it Royal Rumble?
Yeah, it might have been. Yeah.
And you've done this to her as well. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna.
Well, no. I'll just say, I see. I hate on Becky Lynch because I was one of like when she won that Royal Rumble that time, right? After she got beat by Asuka.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, what, 2020?
No, 2019.
2019, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she came and won the Royal Rumble. I'm like, yeah. That's good storytelling right there, right?
Yeah.
But this is not, and it just makes me not sour on Becky, but sour on the company. And I'm thinking, yes, it's gonna make me think, yeah, Becky is just gonna, they're gonna have to do something. It's not like, say, Becky's got rock level charisma where you could just do something, or like Austin style, mannerism stuff like that, where you can give them something like that and they could just turn it around in a promo.
Yeah,
she's really shaky ground, and she's going to really have to turn it around if whatever they're going to plan to do.
How can you? That's the one thing about this, you know.
I don't trust this company with miracles. Is all I'm saying. All right, moving on to our next match, which will be Jinder Mahal versus Drew McIntyre.
Yep. What's my note say?
It's about a 5-minute match, right?
Yeah.
4:56, and I will say, this match kind of is what it exactly needs to be.
Yeah.
That's I can't really say more and say less. Jinder's ring ability is suspect. Is the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
And he's probably better in shorter matches than longer matches. Or either that, they didn't trust him enough to have him with longer matches. Or I don't know. But look. As much as we might say Jinder this, Jinder that, right?
Yeah.
The company, if the company didn't give him the showcase as well, we can't really gauge his abilities either. But then when they did give him the showcase when he was champion, did he live up to that level? Not really either. So.
Yeah. Well, he was like near the end of it, he was all right, you know.
Well, yeah.
But like,
but they don't trust him here anymore. That's what I'm getting the idea.
I don't know, like you're saying, I think he's, you know, okay, because say height-wise, probably even like weight-wise, him and Drew are the same, right?
Yeah.
You say. But Drew is more of a versatile wrestler. He can do short matches, he could do long matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jinder, I don't think he has that ability. He's probably just short match and that's it. Well, maybe when he was not as big as he is now, he could have done the longer matches a bit more.
I thought the match was also going to go longer than it was.
Yeah.
But it's fine for what it is.
Yeah, because like when he was dominant at first, and he was pretty alright, you know.
Yeah.
And then Drew was like, no, and he turned it around.
Well, let me just put it this way: do you think this match is a one and done, or do you think they're going to do more?
I don't think you can wait, unless they're going to. It could do more if it goes into like a hardcore match or something, like a stipulation sort of match. Then maybe, but if not, I think this is it.
Yeah. Okay. When they mentioned, Drew McIntyre, both of these guys are former WWE champions, I was like, Jinder Mahal is a champion. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I shit my head because of how what they've done to him from that point to that point.
Yeah.
And probably should never been on that level to begin with, anyways. But that's not.
Even if they should have, after he lost, they still should have sort of kept him sort of relevant in a way. Yeah.
The thing is, they've done so much damage to him.
Yeah.
Before his title reign, and during his title reign, it was all right. But then it wasn't like he was getting wins over people he shouldn't be getting wins over during his title reign. But then after his title reign as well, they just tailed him back down. It's like, right.
It's like,
At this point, he's no threat to Drew McIntyre.
No. Especially because Drew literally was champion a couple of months ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. But, yeah. It was ineffective. No. It was what it needed to be. Drew McIntyre got a win, quite a decisive win.
Yeah.
But it's over Jinder Mahal, so it doesn't really help anybody.
No.
You know? They're still at the same level they started.
Yeah. If it was, like you said, if Jinder wasn't where he is, it would have been more of a thing. But yeah.
Okay, so next, Raw Women's title match. Nikki, A.S.H. We're just going to call Nikki A.S.H. It's just easy to say it.
Yeah,
the initials. A.S.H.
name. Yeah.
versus Rhea Ripley, and I thought, okay, Nikki Ash came out first, right?
Yeah.
Then Rhea Ripley, and she was champion. Rhea Ripley comes out second, and then Charlotte comes out last. And I'm like, well, they know exactly what top priority they're having these characters in as per rank in the company. But let me just say as well, Nikki Ash's costume doesn't look main event as well. She looks like mid card.
Yeah.
Whereas Charlotte and Ripley do look like main event.
Yeah.
With their. By the way, before this match, way before, there was an advert for. Was it some sort of? I want to say paper towel or like spaghetti rolls or something like that with Charlotte and some chef guy.
No. It was for a card. It was for the Mastercard, the WWF, WWE Mastercard. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, Charlotte's acting is horribly stiff there.
Yeah.
Right. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out, right? So.
Because I noticed that, I was like, but when you see her acting other things, she's pretty decent, unless she literally was told.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is when they do the promo packages as well before this.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just cut some parts of the promo packages. She looked a bit stiff as well, but that's the Charlotte character. I don't want to say that's the Charlotte character. I don't want to say it's the lady behind the character, but it's just like sometimes seems. She's a bit of a robot at times.
Yeah.
Not in ring. In ring, she's good, right?
Yeah, she's great.
But as acting wise, yeah. Well, not everyone can act. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Like, it's weird. I like when she does promos and stuff. She's like spot on. But like, yeah, sort of a weird acting segment. Sometimes she's a bit like, I'm just gonna read this.
Literally, I'm gonna just read this. And that's it.
No one's giving me direction on what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna read this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. What? Okay.
Yep.
I thought this match was going to help Nikki Ash get over as not a main event, but a champion, like a fine champion, right? I thought this would make her look good, give her the spotlight. Because she looks like, out of the three, she looks the worst ring gear wise, but we know that Nikki Cross can actually do stuff.
Yeah.
And if it was crazy Nikki Cross in this match, she'd fit right in. It's just that she sticks so much far out that I'm thinking this match is to help her settle.
Yeah.
But it wasn't to be because your lady Charlotte won again.
Yeah, because she's a Neville. She is. To be fair though, it makes sense. Not I'm just saying it because I'm a Charlotte fan of, but it makes sense for her to win because then this kind of gives Nikki's character something to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me just. Look, it would have been okay. It'd have been better for Nikki's character to get the pin on Charlotte, right? Just if it was in order to elevate Nikki Cross, right? That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
This match was not that though.
No.
It wasn't a bad match, but all I was like, shrug, Charlotte champion again, lol.
Like to be like. From what I've seen on Raw and stuff, the Nikki character is not really good anywhere. It's like the same sort of, if you do this so well, you could become a superhero, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, like I said, it's a mid, low card, mid act. And it's not main event level like the other two ladies are.
I wouldn't even say Rhea's main event level.
No, but they look it. They look it, right? At least.
Yeah.
The Nightmare Ripley character.
I don't know. She just comes off whiny to me. But
okay. Well, I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah, I get what you mean, like look wise, but like, I don't know. Like me personally, like when Charlotte's in the ring, she owns the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ripley still kind of feels like she is sort of being led.
I don't know. She's still young, so
she's still young, of course.
But as the actual match, it wasn't bad. But the only person, Charlotte came out looking like a champion as she would, but she already established on that level, so it's not really helping her.
No.
It would have maybe helped one of the other two more, but whatever,
Yeah, they still got years.
They kind of end up being where they are. And look, everyone came out of this match the same place they started as well, but not in a bad way.
No.
Like the thing about Jinder and Drew McIntyre, it's just like This match could have helped somebody.
But it has. Like, now Nikki's character is like, okay, I can't just keep saying if I almost do this.
All right, yeah. If the follow-up is for Nikki to have a one-on-one rematch with Charlotte, where Nikki still loses but comes out looking good, that would make this match in retrospect be better.
Yeah.
Storyline-wise, anyways. In-ring work is not bad.
No, not in work. In-ring, Nikki's great, but... Yeah, it's just the character's a bit meh, if I'm honest.
Yeah, exactly. So, on to the next bit.
But wait, also, I was going to say, like, Charlotte did some, like... Well, again, why I keep saying, like, Charlotte's, like, great. Because the spot she was putting off for, like... She is going, like, 90 miles per hour.
Oh, yeah. Charlotte, like, okay. As much as I don't like... how they push Charlotte too much, she does put a lot of effort in ring. I will say that. So I can't say, look. All right, it's an awkward thing to say she's not deserving of the position she's in, because she is, right? Yeah. Because of the skills she's got. I don't think she deserves as many title reigns as she has. But that's a different matter, separate.
I'll agree with you on that, because like, how is she already like the 13-time women's champion?
Well, it depends if you count the NXT titles or not. You know,
when they want to. But yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, it's kind of. Yeah. I agree with that. It's like, why that many already? But yeah.
But I did like she did a twisting moonsault onto Rhea Ripley and Nikki A.S.H. Yeah. But Nikki A.S.H. looked like she took that like a Charlotte's knee to the head there, and she got crushed in between the barricade as well. It didn't look good. I mean, it didn't look like it was like. Oof. To be fair, it might have looked worse than it was.
Yeah.
Or it could have been worse than it looked as well, from that angle.
Yes, the thing, we'll never know.
Yeah. But that was a nice move that happened in between all of that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of good that they. Right. So if Rhea Ripley tapped out, they probably would have knocked Rhea Ripley down a couple of levels. So. Nikki Cross tapping out from the figure eight kind of made a bit more sense.
Yeah.
Though, depending on how they want to do the matches, if they had Rhea Ripley tap out, they could have Nikki Cross come back for a rematch saying, I never tapped out. But now they have Nikki Cross tap out. Is Rhea Ripley going to ask for a rematch? Say, you know, I won my match because I didn't tap out? How are they going to do that? Or if you're going to go by WWE logic, they'll just do whatever they want and then care about the match.
Their logic. Could they both have reasons to ask for a rematch?
Yeah.
Because Nikki can ask one because she's champion. She was a champion. She gets a rematch clause, and Rhea could be like, "I was never pinned or submitted, so I still deserve my blah 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 blah." It's easy logic there.
Well, yeah, but that depends on the follow-up, because they've done these things where people have won the titles of the title matches and just never asked for their title match again. Yeah. Because they did that with Kofi and Brock.
Brock.
Oh, we're going to decide that. It never happened. He never asked. He never got a rematch. Never decided he wanted one. Whatever. Moving on.
But they just don't do it either. AEW's done it.
Yeah.
With Moxley, he never got his rematch.
Yeah. I know. I'm just saying they'll apply it when it's convenient, and then not apply it when they don't, when it's inconvenient to them. Yeah. Okay, but shifting on, your boy Edge versus Seth Rollins. I was going to say the Messiah, but that's not his gimmick here, is it?
He's the Drip King now.
Yeah. And, okay, so you know what is funny? Right, the ring gear that Seth Rollins come out in, did you get the reference they were saying? Because I think, I can't remember who was with Pat McAfee. It might be Corey Graves. No, who was it?
Michael Cole.
Yeah. Michael Cole saying, Seth Rollins come out like Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Band, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he does actually look like he's wearing stuff like that, right? Because I know the Beatles album, right?
Yeah.
I remember it. And then Pat McAfee's like, you come out looking like Sgt. Piper's whatever, like you said. And Michael Cole just had to laugh because he's like, you're watching it so badly. And Pat McAfee clearly doesn't know what he's talking about. He just tried to repeat what Michael Cole said. Like, not that he knows reference, but just tried to say, whatever you said. He looks like whatever you said.
Yeah. Which I gotta say, from when I do watch like anything to do with SmackDown, it's Michael Cole and Pat McAfee. They just seem like they're having the best time on commentary. They're trying to make each other laugh.
Yeah, but not to a degree that they don't because what's good about them, they get what's going, they get over what's going in the ring as well as being personality themselves.
Yeah, rather than just trying to get themselves over. Pop themselves.
Yeah.
Pops each other. I mean, yeah.
Or just nullify themselves by just trying to get in product over. It's just like you got to have a balance of both. And Samoa Joe had that.
Yeah.
And it seems like these two have it as well.
Yeah.
I liked this match actually. Look, okay. This Seth Rollins versus Edge is actually a pretty good match. I liked it. I like that Edge came out to the Brood music to begin with. And then he switched to. I thought I was gonna just Brood music all the way to the ring, but no, he switched to on this day, and I was like, okay, fair enough.
No, because I was like, he's got the Brood. Like, you can't go away to this. You have to play your song, because if not, people will riot. Did they switch his gimmick? Like as he was coming out to Brood, it was like, did they switch him up back to the vampire gimmick just for this match? Because he's gone so insane and go back, as the brooding Edge character of 1998. Or are they going to switch up the music somewhere? And like, okay, like you say, like yourself, kind of waiting for it. But if they didn't do it, I wouldn't have been disappointed. Yeah. It would have been like, okay, this guy's going back to the old. Do you remember when he had made his first appearance? When he was the mute. Running around on the railway trains and stuff. Just punching random people. It was a weird gimmick. Especially he was like, they didn't even know what it was. It's like, you're John, you're some guy. I can't remember his name. Is it John Morrissey? And he's like, okay, I guess. Cool.
He's just a whacked out dude on some sort of drugs, right? Just fighting people like you're in GTA. Like fighting NPCs. Whatever.
Okay, I guess.
Anyway, I quite enjoyed this match. Actually.
Yeah, man. I would say.
I hate the lead up to it in the way that they interfered in the Roman Reigns match of the Money in the Bank just to get to this match. I'm like, why? But as this match happened, I'm like, you know what? Yeah. The match should have happened. I just don't think the way they got to it was kind of the best.
No, I think like I said, me personally, I like the way they got to it. Because, like, how Seth was like, no, I need to get Edge ruin this from me. He has a reason to. Because he had, like, a reason to break into that match in the first place. Because he was meant to challenge Roman Reigns at Money in the Bank, but then Edge come and said, no, I'm getting my place. So Seth had a reason to do what he did.
Yeah, okay. I enjoyed the actual match content. That's the best way I can put it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think?
Probably my favorite match on the card, if I'm honest.
Is that because you got an Edge bias?
No, because I could say I got a bias to both because I like both Seth and.
I also, by the way, I also agree with you. I think it was the best match on the card. I did like how Edge has got this. He busts out of all his classic moves, right?
Yeah.
But that made Seth Rollins look good for kicking out of them, anyways.
Yeah.
And then Edge has a new kind of I don't know if it's a new submission finisher, but just the submission finisher he had for this particular finish.
I think it might be his new one, I'm guessing.
If it is, good, because it just adds something to his repertoire.
Yeah.
The crossface sleeper, right?
Yeah, man. Gangster.
I like that. And even if, say, for example, they wanted to protect Seth Rollins and he passed out of it, that'd have been fine. But it looked quite vicious as well, the way Edge looked it in.
Yeah. Edge was gangster.
So that was cool.
Yeah, I liked when Edge went to do the spear and he counted into a pedigree.
Yeah.
Even though he's done it before to Roman, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he won the title from Roman, and then Dean cashed in on him. But yeah, that was great. Edge, man.
Yeah. Best match on the card, like you say.
And he did the Glam Slam as well.
The what?
Did the Glam Slam, Beth Phoenix's move.
Oh, yeah. And I thought he was going to do a kill switch / I'm prettier at some point, but I don't think they're going to reference to Christine.
But the thing, I thought the same, but then they said it. Michael Cole goes, "Oh, is he going for the kill switch?" I was like, "Are you allowed to say that?"
Yeah, because if they leave our company or if we fire them, they don't exist to us anymore.
Yeah, unless in TNA, in AEW, he calls it the kill switch, and here they say kill switch. You know what I mean? Like some weird, stupid logic. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah.
But great match. definitely,
All right.
definitely.
But yeah, I don't. I don't think Seth came out of this match looking particularly bad. But then he's a slimy heel character, anyways, who's kind of not avoid the fight, but talk more than he can back it up.
Yeah.
So I don't think he loses anything in particular by losing.
No, if anything, he gains in a way. Yeah. That he went toe to toe with a WWE legend, Hall of Famer, should I say?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but if you argue that he's been out of the ring for like 10+ years, and then anyway, yeah. But I don't think it makes Seth look any doesn't lose any position from where he is anyways, right?
If it was a 27-second match, then yeah.
No, but to be fair as well, they bust out all their like a varied moveset is within it, and people kicked out of other stuff.
Yeah, same. So it was like it was actually like a physical match. It wasn't one-sided or anything, so that's why they both could.
Yeah. All right. Lashley versus Goldberg. Lashley being the WWE champion here.
Yep.
Goldberg's longest match since he came back, would you say? No, he had, I think, a 9-minute match with The Undertaker, right?
I think it was 9 minutes.
The Goldberg's second longest match, then, we're saying, since his second WWE run.
But
right?
I don't think it was purposely 9 minutes.
Oh, The Undertaker and
yeah, I think due to botches and stuff, that may have been why it was that long.
Yeah. All right. What did you think of this match?
Lashley's great. That's all I can really say about that match.
I thought this was going to be like your standard Goldberg squash match. Not necessarily squash match, right? But even squash from one side or the other, because Drew squashed him in like 2 minutes or something like that. And then Goldberg squashes other people in like 4 minutes. But so I was like, oh, this is going to be a quick match. Maybe they'll just spear each other to oblivion and do double spear, and then the world will erupt.
Cease to exist. Yeah. In one universe, that probably did happen, but
yeah, exactly. They're like Broly and Gogeta fighting in like another dimension after the double spear.
Yeah. That acid trip thing, yeah.
I didn't like this match at all.
Yeah. The only thing I liked was the end.
Well, okay, look, I didn't think it started bad. That's the thing. I didn't, and then they just kind of went to an odd non-finish finish.
Yeah.
Well, it was a finish, but it was Goldberg got his leg hit by MVP with a cane or something like that.
Yeah, back of his leg.
And then he kind of sold his leg, and he couldn't. And then Goldberg, then Lashley chop blocked in all this stuff. But
those chop blocks were vicious, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they looked good for how they wanted to end the match. What they did looked good, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, this how you want to do it? Come on.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Because the referee called the bell because Goldberg couldn't continue. But couldn't you just literally have Goldberg stand up, right? Get speared.
I don't think Goldberg want to go out by a spear.
Yeah. Not even a spear, but like get speared to put in the hurt lock.
I don't think Goldberg would tap.
You know what they could have just done? Could have just realistically done? Instead of having Goldberg, MVP hitting Goldberg in the leg, right?
Yeah.
Hit Goldberg in the upper shoulder, pretend he hit him in the head area, right?
Yeah.
Goldberg goes down like he's KO'd. Hurt lock, done.
Yeah.
Like, or even he's out, ref stoppage, and he's KO'd, so he's legit like, oh yeah, I couldn't continue. Not because I couldn't continue though, just because I was conscious.
Even like a count out would have made more sense if, in a way.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't where were they going with this match is what I want to know because
it can't be one and done, right? Because of the ending.
But the end of this match clearly not because they're saying they're gonna have a rematch at some point, but it's like why do it this way unless you are deliberately trying to go for a rematch?
Yeah,
Can't help it.
But did you see one of when he got chop blocked from behind? Do you see how Goldberg like spiked himself on his head?
Oh my goodness! Right. You see that as well, right? But you know when Lashley got on the top rope,
yeah,
Goldberg threw him off.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Lashley came down on top of his own head.
Yeah.
Like okay. Now I wouldn't say it's the fault of Goldberg or particularly for Lashley. I think the launch was he tried to do a roll through.
Yeah.
Instead of like a flat back bump.
Yeah.
But tucked too late.
That would make sense.
And that made it look like he crunched on top of his head and shoulder area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
But yeah, I this match helped nobody. Put it that way, right?
Well, no, it did. It got his son over, Gage. That was my favorite part of the match. I loved it.
All right, go to for the people who haven't seen it. Hit them with what happened.
Like so, Lashley's about to like stomp the crap out of a wounded Goldberg who's just lying on the floor, selling his leg, and then all of a sudden, Goldberg's son jumps on Lashley's back, and like in one like single swoop, kind of flings him over onto the floor, picks him up, and then puts him in a hurt lock for like a couple of seconds, and realize, oh, this is a child, and just throws him down.
The stupid damn jabroni.
Oh, and then MVP's like, whoa, dude, man, you can't do that as a kid. It's a kid. I was like, this is amazing. Oh,
So you telling me the best part of this match was actually not part of this match?
Yeah, man, I legit was crying. I was like, this is the best thing ever. I swear this kid's like 15, and how are you putting him in the hurt lock? Wow.
But stuff like that, like when that stuff happens, where it's just completely cartoonishly over the top, I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, it's fun, but not because of it was on a good level. It's just like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to our main event.
Oh man, that was the
John Cena versus Roman Reigns, who's the Universal Champion.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Roman Reigns says, "Oh, okay, I will. If I lose the title, I will." And I was like, "God damn, Roman, you're probably going to win anyways, but now you are going to win."
Yeah.
I won't blame him because it's basically the company told him to say it. Why would he say it? He wouldn't say it off the top of his own head, but it's just like, oh, come on, you're just. So are you trying to tell us to pay to watch John Cena lose?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, where you going with here, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Like looking at it as a casual fan or a child, like, oh, John Cena is gonna win then. But that's why, like I said, a lot of these things I take myself out and think of it, trying to process it as like a child who doesn't know the in and out of wrestling.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy it.
I will say I like the style of this match is very different from the rest of the matches on the card because it's more character work.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed because Roman's
is great.
Roman seems to be, strangely enough, when he's the tribal chief character, is like mugging the camera and just laughing at his opponent rather than actually fight his opponent, which is really fun. Every time he does something, just look at the camera and start saying, "This jabroni right here, he ain't nobody's for nothing."
This is my word.
Yeah.
I'm WWE.
But it works because he's all about himself. It's all about he underestimates the opponents or egotistical and stuff like that. It's just like even on someone at main event level like John Cena, and he'll probably do it to Brock Lesnar as well.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. I enjoy it. However they put the match together, his character work makes it extra fun.
Yeah. It gives that little like spice on it. It's like, this makes it more.
So let's just say the in-ring work is not great. It don't matter because you're like, this guy, he's 100% into what he's doing.
Yeah. And even though I'm pretty sure half the time, like a lot of times he's done it, he says stuff that he's not meant to say. Like he swears and you're like, ooh, Mike, pick that up, dude. You shouldn't be saying that.
It's like it'd be. Oh, but that reminds me. I can't remember what it was, but I think one of the trailers before one of the matches.
Yeah.
One of the guys says a swear word. It wasn't Goldberg who said bullshit, right? No, like someone said an actual swear word in one of the packages. They just kind of, I think they cut out. Oh no, Sheamus. I think when he was doing, I think there was a skit with Damien Priest on.
Yeah.
And I think did he take his mask off and he says he took my effing mask off or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but Sheamus did pop out with it. I think it sounded like an F-bomb. And you're like, you guys should have cut that from the promo package.
Yeah, someone's getting fired.
Maybe they should have bleeped it or whatever.
Yeah.
But like you say, what they say in the ring sometimes, they don't think it's going to be picked up. Right? But it's very apparent the stuff that Roman says in ring, he's mapping off at the camera. He knows it's going to be picked up. I think it's just sometimes when he thinks the camera's not on him.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that you did kind of not expect him to say in ring and stuff like that. But he just, he doesn't realize how close he is to the camera when he's saying
certain things like, oh, dude.
Okay. The moves in this match was basic, right?
Yeah.
Not super special. However, like we say, Roman's character work it just elevated this match to the next level.
You know what? Yeah, and not just him. Him is like people. I think like ring wise, like move wise, whatever. John Cena isn't that special, but he commands the ring. Like, he'll get you into a match.
I will say this, right? By now, anyways, John Cena knows when to put certain things in certain points of his matches to get the best pop.
Yeah.
I would say, or bring the best tension to the match.
Yeah.
This match, okay. As much as we say Goldberg matches or Brock matches, there's suplex, F5, jackhammer, and spears, right?
Yeah.
This match was mainly all those your signature moves as well, but they pulled it off.
Yeah, because they spread it out, innit?
23 minutes long as well.
Yeah. Yeah, 23 minutes. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
And it didn't seem like that long, but I think that's because I was waiting for Roman Reigns to smack talk to the camera again and again.
Yeah, I just realised. Like, I think this would be quite a controversial statement to say. Like, one of my favourite this is like, I would say, of the year so far, this is probably like in my top 5, this match. I don't know why. I enjoyed it. Yeah. But at the moment, because of Roman and 2 other people in the match as well, his match at WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan and Edge is my favourite match of this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. WWE match specifically?
No, in general. I just thought it was great.
Okay, let me just say, probably right now, my off the top of my head, favorite match of this year is probably Kota Ibushi and Jay White. But
that was this year, innit? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's second for me. But
I do like Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Edge was a pretty good match.
Yeah.
To be fair, they had the crutch of being a triple threat where they could do non-disqualification stuff, right?
Yeah, so they can go mad.
Great match.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was like, okay. And it's funny to say, at Money in the Bank, Roman Reigns was having problems beating Edge.
Yeah.
He needs Seth Rollin and the Usos.
Yeah.
And was that Royal Rumble? He had trouble beating Kevin Owens.
Yeah, it was Royal Rumble, wasn't it? Yeah.
But he can beat Cena clean?
Yeah. Because he's evolved since then, isn't it?
Whatever wacky story you're trying to tell, with like you said, you're like telling me Dragon Ball Z style. Forget power levels; they don't exist in the kayfabe universe of WWE. But yeah, Roman's a very entertaining. Like, I want to say they did a lot physically in the ring to a certain degree, yeah, because probably half the time of this is Roman Reigns just mouthing off, right?
Yeah, or Cena sort of taking piss out of him by saying, "All I need is one."
Well, you know what? This match is divided into thirds, right?
Yeah.
A third of it Reigns on offense, a third of it John Cena on offense, and another third of it Roman Reigns just talking to the camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was great.
I like how they do the Roman Reigns matches now. It's like I gotta say, the Tribal Chief. I gotta give. I like that character so much more than Roman Reigns. Shield Roman Reigns with no personality. I don't know.
I don't know what I'll put Shield Roman Reigns just there, I guess.
Not Shield Roman Reigns, but the babyface Roman Reigns.
I'll put him above.
Even singles Roman Reigns. But at this point, it's like you found who you are. You know
who you are. Yeah.
They just let you just unleash yourself, and all you are is just methodically paced in what you do.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm just gonna walk around there, throw a couple of punches, then walk to the camera over here, point, mouth off, point at that guy, and go, he's nothing compared to me to some degree.
Yeah,
and just go back, throw more punches.
Him.
Like, okay, fair enough, Roman, fair enough.
I'll send him back to Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly. I like all the stuff he's saying.
Yeah, man, he's great.
Because it just seems like he's more saying, like, he's not scripted when he's saying this.
He feels more comfortable doing what he's doing.
Exactly. So it's not like they told him, okay, say this at this particular point. He probably just got some points to say, and then just make up some other stuff he's going to say himself, and he didn't care. Yeah. Overall, okay. So what would you say? This is maybe a 2-match pay-per-view?
No, I think it's done.
Sorry?
I think this is done. Oh, the pay-per-view in a whole. Yeah. I don't know, probably 3-match. Like I said, I like the Usos and Mysterio in that, so I'll say watch.
All right, well, okay.
Actually, no, tell a lie.
So I'm going to try and put it into what I would have removed from the card itself, or stuff that was missable, and then I'll put it into stuff that is all right, should have kept, and stuff that definitely is good. So we'll start with the good stuff first, right? Roman Reigns versus John Cena and Edge versus Seth Rollins definitely keep on the card, right?
Definitely,
the best match,
yeah. I'll agree with you on that one.
Okay, and we're saying Aki Bro versus AJ and Omos keep. It's all right.
Yeah.
Damien Priest and Sheamus all right as well, yeah.
Yeah.
And Usos and Dominic. Usos versus Rey Mysterio and Dominic, yeah.
Yeah, keep. Yeah.
And the triple threat ladies match, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But we would have just removed Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie.
Yep, we'll put that on pre-show. Yeah.
Becky Lynch and versus that entire whatever the hell that was, right? The Bianca Belair scandal. Right? Let's put
yeah.
Get rid of that wasn't necessary. Didn't need to be there.
No.
Drew McIntyre versus Jinder. Even though it was what it was, they could have just saved. Well, okay, hold on, right? Let me just say, Bobby Lashley and Goldberg, they could have, if they got rid of that as well, they could have just given more time to Drew and Jinder. But then, do you really want to give more time to the Jinder Mahal match? So,
I don't know, probably more than a Goldberg match.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm not scared that Jinder's going to concuss himself. So
Yeah. I know, but they could have just saved themselves by removing a good couple of matches from the card.
Yeah. Or even like you said, just put them on a pre-show.
Yeah. As we didn't mention it, that stuff with the Miz, Morrison, and Razor Xavier Woods.
You know what? I would keep that. I'd rather have that than Alexa Bliss. Everything.
So Miz and Morrison come out to
promote their Dripstick 2000.
Yeah. Because of how dry everyone else is in the arena, right?
That's why I loved it, because Morrison is the best. All this little water puns are great.
So Xavier Wood comes out, like Razor Ramon with a with a toothpick in his mouth and that little hair strand.
Yep.
But he should have spoke like Razor as well. That'd have been the best.
Yeah.
Like one more for the. He did say Razor's stuff, but he didn't act like Razor Ramon. He really should have just introduced himself as Razor Xavier Woods, because that would have been. Yeah. But it is Xavier Woods. Razor Xavier Woods. Yeah, that probably would have worked.
Yeah.
And then Morrison selling the wood when he got sprayed by the Woods gun, selling it like a when he got blasted by a laser.
Yeah.
Overdoing it, but to the entertaining degree. Miz just standing there getting wet. That's how he was selling it as a superstar getting hit. And Morrison's like, I'm just gonna oversell this. I don't care.
It was the best, man.
I love jabroni. I'll just treat my situation like the jabroni I am.
Yeah. I loved it.
But overall, like you were saying, a very kind of middling pay-per-view.
Yeah.
With something that they didn't need to have, and a couple quite mostly decent matches that could have probably some of them done with more time, but
or just cut or made it a shorter show, like
it was 4 hours and 7 minutes, and I don't think it needed to be that long.
No, it could have been 3 hours.
Yeah.
And just because I've got it on in the background right now, and it's up to the Bianca Carmella thing, just making me angry.
No, don't. If I want to rage out and go Super Saiyan, right? It's like if I want to do that thing where Frieza kills Krillin, I'll watch this match.
It's just like
it's non-match if you want to put it that way, yeah.
Because it's like Carmella, you got dressed up for nothing. Bianca, you got dressed up for nothing. You could have just came out in like your street clothes, did the burial, and then
yeah. Oh, okay. And so we go back to John Cena and Roman Reigns, right? Because we're just going to finish there.
Yeah.
Reigns.
Oh yeah.
Okay, he took Super AA.
Yep.
and then he got super punch and spear. But it only takes one spear because Roman Reigns' spears are supernatural for some reason, whatever, right? But then he got Roman Reigns is celebrating, and then Brock Lesnar's music plays, and I was like, oh, let me watch Paul Heyman. Let me see what Paul Heyman's gonna do.
That was cool.
Brock comes out looking like a.
I don't even know what he's looking like.
Look,
Brock, weird.
Okay, no. I'll tell you what exactly Brock looks like. Brock looks like a nomad. He's like a man that's gone into the woods and lived his life in there for like the past year or something, just living off the animals in there and building his own shack with the trees and stuff like that. That's what he looks like.
But he just look like, because you're just used to him coming out in like jogging bottoms and one of his shirts with the sleeves cut off. But then seeing him come out in jeans and a vest looked weird. Yeah,
and he's tied up long hair-ish.
Yeah.
And a beard.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's a fresh look for Brock, right? And at this point, if you're going to go for it's good to see that, like, they've refreshed their looks and they realigned their positions, Roman Reigns and Brock, for their characters, right? So new looks with their different characters work, I think.
Yeah.
So whenever this match happens, I do wonder what is going to happen with Paul Heyman. Is he just going to play them both in the middle and just go with whoever's going to win? And how are they going to... The stuff that Roman could do with normal people, like all the other wrestlers, like he beats them up after the camera. He can't do that with Lesnar because Lesnar's massive.
Yeah, he's Lesnar's Lesnar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it'd be funny if he does, right? And his mouth up to the camera, and then he's pointing at Lesnar back there going, yeah, he's nothing to me. Then all of a sudden just get suplexed away from the camera.
Yeah, it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen, right? They really thought about that. Yeah.
I'm as much as I don't like... I thought the first Roman Lesnar match was good, and then I never liked the rest of the matches, right?
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this match, first of all, because I see where Paul Heyman's going to stand, and then how's the Tribal Chief going to deal with the Beast?
Yeah.
He's
going to lose, but yeah.
No, what? Who? The Beast or the Tribal Chief?
The Beast.
Okay. Yeah, but then it's more of how he's going to... How he's going to have him do that.
I just hope he loses, and then somehow he goes back to Raw, and we can finally get Lashley versus Lesnar.
Yeah, maybe they'll have knowing WWE, because they don't have people, their big money people lose. They'll probably have some interaction with Brock and Lashley beforehand.
Yeah.
Before whatever pay-per-view they're going to have, right? And then Lashley coming to interfere in the middle of the main event match because it got shut because Brock Lesnar was being rude to him, or however they're going to do it.
Yeah, pretty. You know what they might, if Lashley still. Actually, Lashley doesn't need to be champion to fight Brock. They probably like start that out like not WrestleMania, sorry, at Royal Rumble for WrestleMania, because that's the WrestleMania match right there.
Yeah. I'd be intrigued to see. First of all, Lashley's got legitimate MMA skills, so if anything, he'll have hopefully Brock's respect.
Yeah.
To actually have a
good match.
A significant length match. Let's put it that way.
Well, actually, want to wrestle rather than the Dean Ambrose thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me just put it this way, right? Having a significantly lengthy match for Brock Lesnar is not actually necessarily mean it's a good match. So let's just say, yes, you're right. We'll go for your one. We'd rather have them have a good match that's short than a long match that's crap. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I think we'll both kind of agree where we stick this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
On the...
If it was like in ranking, like if I'd give it a letter grade, it'd be like a C.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay.
Good stuff was good, bad stuff was bad.
Yeah.
And good stuff was middle. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Okay, so that's us signing off for this episode, would you say?
Yeah, we're signing off.
Yeah. Like this pay-per-view, I am completely average, CY Chong.
And like this pay-per-view, I didn't need to happen. I'm joking. No. Like I said, I enjoyed it. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. But I should have had a longer match. Kyle Charles.
All right. And, that's us for this episode.
Yep. If you liked it, let us know what you thought of this. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. And thanks for taking the trip around the multiverse with us.
All right. Bye. Bye.
And there you have it.
No, I ain't gonna let this go on. Too much excitement in here tonight. Everyone understands that SummerSlam, all eyes are on this main event. They're choosing, they're making that choice. Team Reigns or Team Cena. But what I love is everybody now knows what I believe, that the impossible, Roman, is possible. Everybody believes this except you. You just don't get it. It's because you're the champ. You're pulled in a million different directions, but you have no idea what you're in for tomorrow. You see, I came back a month ago and everyone was excited. Thank you so much for that. But if a month ago I asked everybody, okay, John Cena and Roman Reigns have a match at SummerSlam, everybody says Roman Reigns is going to win because John Cena is going to film a movie. The movie part is right. You win is dead wrong because they all know why I'm here. You just don't get it. I am here to take the championship from you, go do the movies, so you have to stay here an embarrassed shell of yourself failure.